Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast update for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions, and before I jump in, just a reminder we won't have the regional forecast for the Canadian Prairie or our U.S. regions on Friday morning as we celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday over the next 2 days here. So no content after today, but we do have a good update for you here. We are trending warmer, so I'm going to start off with some good news across the Prairie as we head into the next week or 10 days. Temperatures already starting to climb above freezing in Medicine Hat, 1 degree this morning, -2 in Calgary, -3 over in Regina, -6 as you head further east over toward Manitoba. Let's take a look at the satellite picture. We got a trough making its way through the area. A lot of upper level jet stream support bringing a lot of cloud cover to the Prairie provinces this morning. So it is a gloomy Wednesday morning for just about everyone, and a little bit of light snow found in there, kind of moving out of the Edmonton area, light dusting there in that area. More than likely during the overnight hours with some of that very light snow activity making its way toward the Alberta and Saskatchewan border. Now we've got opportunities for very light snow, little snow showers, a light dusting or so as we head through the weekend, and then we're going to kind of shut precipitation down and trend warmer as we head into next week. So let's go ahead and bring it back. We'll look at the NAM model again, handling this well, the very light snow activity generally along and north of Highway 16 as we head through the day today. This is what it looks like as we head into the overnight tonight, around midnight tonight, and then into tomorrow morning. So sun coming up on Thursday morning, another cloudy day with some very light snow showers possible, maybe in the Edmonton area down toward Calgary, over toward Saskatchewan. Saskatoon and Regina, maybe seeing some of those light snow flurries as we wake up on Thursday. And then that little system should quickly make its way into southern Manitoba as we get into Thursday evening. So kind of through this corridor, don't be surprised if you see some snowflakes falling tomorrow, but it's unlikely to amount to anything. We'll head into Friday then, again with another chance for some light snow north of the Prairie. Generally going to be a dry day across the Prairie, maybe even some sunshine finally with some high pressure moving in. So some blue skies, some sunshine for us on Friday across much of the Prairie. And then we get another system that sneaks through here Saturday into Sunday, bringing once again cloudy skies and the chance for some snowflakes falling from the sky. Again, not looking for anything in the way of significant accumulation along and south of Highway 16 over the next several days, or really the next 7 to 10 days, more than likely with the pattern change that is upcoming. So through noon on Saturday afternoon, this is just the raw output from the weather models here, and again, it just illustrates the picture. So we talk about the general ag belt here along and south of Highway 16. We're talking about maybe some snowflakes falling, nothing in the way of accumulation. You get up toward Highway 16, maybe we're talking about more like a dusting, a trace to a couple of centimeters of snow here with some of these systems making their way through over the next couple of days. Now here's the jet stream pattern today, riddled with these storm systems. You see the little U shapes there. These are our little upper level disturbances, and we've just got this conveyor belt going with systems coming in from the Chukchi Sea through the Gulf of Alaska and then emerging across the Pacific Northwest and then swinging in here through the central United States. We're now seeing much more in the way of winter-like weather across the central U.S. after several weeks of really mild and boring weather. So the active zones are shifting, the coldest air is shifting, and that's going to benefit you in the Canadian Prairie over the, again, the 7 to 10 day time frame. So here's where we're headed as we go through the next few days. Again, a series of systems making their way through the Prairie, bringing those chance for very, very light snow and then the cloudy skies, but just really running low on moisture here with this current pattern. We're going to see a low get cut off across the central U.S., potentially developing into a big coastal storm as we head into early next week, potentially a blizzard across parts of the Great Lakes with this. But what happens as we get deeper into the first days of December, if I kind of switch over and let's look at the heights pattern, the 500 millibar height and anomaly pattern, because this will cut through some of the noise, we're trending toward a pattern that's going to favor some ridging across the Prairie provinces. And so that's going to allow some warmth to return. Also with this trough across the Aleutian Islands, that's going to take much of the moisture now and be wringing that out across western British Columbia into southern Alaska through the northern Rockies there. So precipitation shifts north, warmth returns to the region. So we get something like this as we look at the next 7 days, your temperature anomaly on the left, the precipitation anomaly forecast on the right. Again, as we focus in on the Prairie provinces and specifically the ag belt there, we are trending warmer and we are trending drier with much of the moisture being deflected off to our north and to our west. So here's the long-range precipitation forecast from the European model. Again, handling the chance for some very light snow flurries cutting across the area during the day on Thursday. That chance for some snow north of the area Friday, looking generally at some blue skies and some sunshine on Friday across the Prairie provinces, the southern portions, I should say, the Ag Belt. I get mixed up on here, the regions I'm trying to talk about. Let's go ahead into Saturday, because that's when we get that next system that brings the chance for some very light snow flurries to the Ag Belt here, and then that shuts it down. We get high pressure moving in on the backside Sunday into Monday, and that should set up a dry next week as we trend warmer without much in the way of organized precipitation to talk about. So here's your next 10 days from the European operational model. And again, I'll just kind of hone in on the Ag Belt here across the Prairie provinces, and we're talking about maybe some light snow up near Highway 16, back toward Edmonton, Grand Prairie, Peace River. You're maybe on the fringes there, picking up some accumulating snow over the next several days. But as you get south of Highway 16, Calgary to Medicine Hat, Saskatoon to Regina, over toward Brandon and Winnipeg, I know you got some snow on the ground still in some of those areas, but it does not look like we'll be doing much in the way of additional snow over the next 10 days. If anything, we are trending warmer. So here's your next 10 days in Calgary. Look at those highs back up around 4-5 degrees as we head into the first days of December. Medicine Hat, you've got above freezing temperatures for your highs as well over the next 10 days. Saskatoon, with the snow on the ground, you're going to be hovering right around freezing here over the next 10 days. Same thing in Regina. And then we'll head on over to Winnipeg, a little further east. It's going to be a little bit harder to warm up, and we'll be a little bit closer to the troughing toward the east as well. So maybe a more muted warm up in the Winnipeg area, but still climbing up to around freezing, which is at least more seasonally appropriate for this time of year